Hello everybody, my name is Svetoslav and I would like to share with you how to improve vision correctly with visual activity. Lack of visual activity impairs vision. In this video I will try to explain why should the oculomotor muscle work actively, how to increase visual activity. Any eye training should start with relaxation. What is the best state of your eyes to see well? How to improve vision correctly? I will explain two great exercises to increase visual activity. The visual activity of the eyes is associated with oculomotor exercises. People wearing glasses have very weak oculomotor muscles because they wear glasses, and people do not even look out of these glasses. Basically, people with glasses just move their heads, tilt, raise them together with glasses. And their oculomotor muscles are completely weakened. And normally the muscles should work a lot and often. Why should the oculomotor muscles work actively? First, because eye muscles pump blood, and our eyes require a lot of blood for various reasons, even to supply the retina. Why there are problems with retina? Because the eye muscles work very weakly, and the blood rushes very weakly, and the cooling of the retina doesn't occur as it should. Second, nerve fibers and nerve cells of the retina work very intensively. There is a very complex process, photo and biochemistry take place, and it's necessary for them to cool down so that the retina cools down. That is a natural cooling and a good metabolism. Therefore, the entire eye is covered with a vascular layer, and which plays a big role, including cooling. And if there are no cooling, this is the problem. And if there is lack of oxygen respectively, the cells will not breathe. And the blood also takes away proceeds products and toxins. If it weakly works, weakly picks up toxins and they accumulate in the capillaries and slugs them, that is the work of the eye deteriorates at all levels. The same, the spasm of accommodation must be removed so that firstly the eye can refocus normally and blood circulation is normalized. Since it's the muscle of the eye that are involved all this and drives the blood on the micro areas of our eyes and thus normalize the work of the eye. Third, oculomotor muscle must constantly train like any muscles in our body so as not to atrophy. And if they wear glasses and if a person is constantly at a computer or phone, then the eye almost do not move here or there, and the eyes don't move into a distance, that it starts myopia and astigmatism, etc. Lack of visual activity is an accumulative, serious process that occurs because a person doesn't train eyes like in nature, but is around square walls. There is nowhere for the eyes to move, everywhere around small distances. When sitting at a computer for a long time without rest, and in addition to this, there is also artificial light and eye, and so on, very bad things happen in the eyes. How to increase visual activity? Eye activity needs to be naturally increased. You need to develop a certain active viewing habits, such as removing your gaze from the screen and resting your eyes. Doing a gentle stretching of the oculomotor muscles to remove all these clamps and tension. If the muscle fibers are trained and elastic, plus the acquired habits of doing oculomotor exercises, then the eyes are trained automatically without much effort. Eye training should start with relaxation. But before you start training your eyes with exercises, you need to develop the skill of relaxing your eyes. If you don't have the skill of relaxation, then you can only make things worse. So before doing any exercises, you need to learn how to relax the eye muscles. This is essence of a complex approach to natural vision restoration without glasses, lenses, and surgeries. It is imperative that you first learn how to relax, and that's when you can quickly relax your eyes, face, and body, your psyche. Only then can you move with some kind of active exercises. Now there are a lot of different videos. For example, the top 15 best eye exercises. They're diagonally, vertically. People did the exercises for a month, and in a week you can see it can really help your vision if you do one repetition and maximum 3 exercises. But if a person has a spasm of the eye muscles, it can harm, because with myopia some exercises are needed, with hyperopia others, with astigmatism third exercises. A person can start doing this huge set of exercises and even for many repetitions without rest, and can drive the muscles into an even greater spasm. On my channel you can find video 3 best exercises for myopia treatment, 3 best exercises for farsightedness treatment, and 3 best exercises for astigmatism treatment. What is the best state of your eyes to see well? The eye sees well when it's round, eyeball shaped like a ball, and the rays of light are focused on the retina of the eyes. The image is clear, and if it's somehow distorted by astigmatism, for example, that is, one eye muscle is overstrained and the other one is elongated, then doubles in the eyes. In a normal relaxed state, the eye should be round, not extended forward and not flat. And all muscles should be evenly relaxed, so no eye muscle drags the eye to either side and distort the image. How to make the eyeball round and improve vision? To normalize eyeball shape and to make it like a ball can be achieved in 2 ways, right and wrong. First method, number 1, natural. Correct is a state in which eye should be constantly relaxed. This is when the eye is absolutely relaxed and all muscles are relaxed, and then it's perfectly round. Then the light focuses in the center of the retina. The second method is short term, when all the eye muscles are evenly strained. The eye becomes almost round but compressed from all sides, but also round, and the light also seems fall on the retina. This condition is achieved when people with myopia with spasmodic oblique muscles of the eyes have done a lot of exercises and in addition overstrained the straight muscle of the eyes. For example, you watch the video of the top 20 exercises to restore vision and you did it all of them in 5 repetitions. The muscle of the eyes overstrained and a person began to see because the eyeball became round, but they don't know how to relax the eyes. But this is a very short-term result, since the straight muscles relax and the eye stretches out again. Plus, metabolism doesn't occur in a stressed state. How to improve vision correctly? Be sure first learn how to relax, then slowly begin to add light exercises, 1 repetition at a time and with very gentle methods. Exercise 1, for example, we walk along the street and often look around. You can take such a very simple exercise to take a step, look to the right, to take a step, look to the left, step and look up. Second, it's good when your eyes work in a search mode. For example, when you walk down the street, Today you can only look for red cars so that your eyes become more active, so that your peripheral vision works, and at the corner of your eye notice these objects more precisely. I saw red out at the corner, the eye look at this car, so a little by little your eyes begin to work, and you can gradually get used to such complex behavior, and your eyes will automatically train and refocus. Today you got an idea of why should the oculomotor muscle work actively, how to increase visual activity. Any eyes training should start with relaxation. The best state of your eyes to see well, how to improve vision correctly, and I explain the top 2 exercises to increase visual activity. Subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, so more people can see this video and improve eyesight correctly. If you have questions, write them in the comments, I will try to answer them. Subscribe to my channel and see you soon in the next videos.